What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You know you're the bomb.com. Now, in today's video, I want to share with you guys a budget update, if you will, on how we are navigating from focusing on debt payoff to growing our savings. I had some time to really think while I was healing from all these dental stuff. I still have to go back and get more stuff done. But I changed my mind. I am now focused on growing our savings, and I wanted to share 10 things that may help you to grow your savings quickly too. So let's jump right into number one. Now, the first thing I always do, because I tend to do this like every 2 or 3 years, I start to focus on saving money. And the first thing I do is to buy our groceries and household items in bulk. And what that does is free you from the shopping list and always feeling like you have to buy a bunch of stuff that you just weren't anticipating. So really sit with your shopping list, go through each drawer in your home. And a lot of times you'll find items that you didn't even know you still had on hand, which is my favorite thing. But really look at your shelves, your fridge, your freezer, and make a list of items that you could use more of so that you can use up what you already have on hand to get you maybe 4 to 12 weeks of things. So like I buy bleach, vinegar, detergent, all the things that seem to cost a lot of money. I buy them in bulk so that I don't have to think about it for the rest of the year. Yes, this will cost you more money on the front end, but the goal is for it to save you more money in the long run. And the other thing attached with that is that you need to make sure that you're tracking what you're spending, tracking what you're using. So if you are using a 48 pack of toilet paper in 1 month, you need to make sure that you buy enough to last 2 months. I don't know how much TP y'all be using. But these are just things that have worked for me so that we were able to build our savings really fast in the past, and we're back doing it again. Number two is to pause what you can. I know people always say, oh, pause the subscriptions, stop getting your hair done, your nails done. Well, for me, I say pause what you can and do what you can. So instead of going to get my nails done and my feet done, we now make an in-house project, DIY. We're going to do each other's pedicures. And what I have found is that my nails look healthier again. My feet looks healthier again. I have so much more of my time back because I feel like I was sitting in those nail shops waiting and being, at an appointment in the middle of the day. And it would just stress me to no end. I'm not happy with the nails and the work that's being done anyway. So boom, that's what I do. But I also love still getting my feet done occasionally. And that's when I hire homegirl back there. Eva does a great pedicure. So buy what you need so that you can do it yourself at home. Hair, I use, I can't remember what you call it when I call it tick for tack in my head. I do someone else's hair and then she does mine. And that way we have gotten rid of our hair bill. So we work really hard to make that happen. And it has saved us so much money. And that's something else I recommend. But I had to invest on the front end, man, going on 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And I took the courses that I needed to take so that I could qualify to be a choice for people who wanted to have that service. So number three is to make more money. I'm so tired of hearing it myself, but it's a fact. And the reason why I say not just to look at making more money, but adjust your savings. And that is something that I did not do recently, probably since 2023. I haven't really looked to see, hey, how much money do we make so that I can know how much money we need to save in case of an unexpected whatever popping up. And so that's something to really sit with. And if your income has not changed much in recent years, then that might be something you want to take a closer look at and see, hey, what can I do to change that? Because you can't just keep taking things away. After a while, there's nothing else to take away. And the reality is everything is going up anyway. It's the reason I don't coupon. I don't follow sales. I feel like all the items that are on sale are usually things that either we don't eat or they're not healthy anyway. And so that brings me to point number 4, which is to buy quality big ticket items. So we are still using the same blender that we bought when we first moved here 6 years ago. We got a vacuum. That killed me to spend $400 on a vacuum, but you see it back there. It has held me down for 2 years, and I'm hoping it gives me a little more time. And even a car that holds up well without a lot of repairs. The reality is, we're going to have to buy a car. It's going to cost money. But just be intentional about what car you get in terms of maintenance and repairs and keeping it up. And again, if there's any repairs that you can do yourself. So it's not a matter of getting a new car or a used car. It's can you do a lot of the work yourself? The only thing that we ever spend money on is tires. We do all of the other stuff ourselves, like windshield wipers, windshield wiper fluid. If a light goes out on the inside, we change it ourselves. Micah and I, we have this thing where we YouTube it first and see if it's something we can do first. Number 5 is to track your savings so you know when you need to save more. And so that is a big deal because I felt like I have been saving for years, but only the same amount, where I needed to have increased my savings amount that I was contributing to Savings Weekly. And so that's, again, another hard stop where you have to be like, oh, yeah, I'm not saving enough. So you'll expose yourself and your feelings and your ego in those times. Number 6, pool your money, like put all your money in the same savings account so that you can have an accurate account of how much money you have on hand. I tend to use several different banks for several different businesses, but for me, I have noticed that I did have more money than I thought on hand, and I'll be sharing that either in this video or an upcoming one. Number 7 is to try to make more things from scratch or meal prep or outsource it so that it can be done. On the weeks where I'm just too busy or too tired, I outsource the meal prepping so that we always have meals ready to go. And on the weeks where I'm feeling good, I'm looking at bread makers. Right now, I'm in the market for a bread maker. The bread here tastes horrible. It's stale. Imagine getting bread. Come on. So, and also I'm looking at more healthier options so that any purchases we make, we actually use. And so I've been thinking about a bread maker for over a year. I have several clients that tell me how, good it is and how they've let me taste the breads. Micah makes bread himself. He makes pizza. He makes all these things from scratch. He always has, but he doesn't have the time to do it as often anymore. So we have to pivot. Number 8, remember that saying no is a complete sentence. This is something that I probably should have made number 1, but it is so crazy to me how people don't like the word no. And I know it's hard to hear. And for me personally, what I'm working through, I try not to be too personal on my channel because this is just social media at the end of the day, and I got my real life, but I have to say no to people in my real life. I am not funding lifestyles, and it is very hard, but the more I say it, the easier it gets. And it is not your job it is your job to protect your money and your financial future. And just because I may make more money than someone else in my family or my friend circle, that doesn't mean that I should feel like I have to give them the money. There's gifting and then there's not. So just be conscious of, supporting all the baby showers, all the weddings, all the graduation parties, and it's like, if you actually sit and track all your expenses, you might find that you are spending way more money in that department, in that category, than you might have realized. Number 9. This is kind of a part B to that, say no. Ask yourself, who would help me if they could? So if you were down and out and you needed money to pay your bills and keep the lights on, who would you pick up the phone and call? If you can't think of anyone, it's time to start saying no more often. And number 10, know when to save. Definitely continue to pay off your high interest debt first because interest is absolutely crazy. Math will let you know what you should be focusing on first. If you have a credit card that has 25% interest at this time, continue to pay that down. That might be your choice. That's not my choice. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just me sharing my money journey. But for us, it made more sense to pay down our debt as quickly as possible. And now we are at the point where we have one high interest credit card left. And so we are now saying, okay, let's focus on saving so that we don't have to think about saving at the start of next year. I would rather just get it done this year, just because of the climate, right? The things that are going on with job loss and laid off and furloughs and all types of things. And it just, you have to make your decisions in real time sometimes. So in January, I might have had debt payoff as the thing that we cared about more. Now we're in October, heading into November, and we don't know our financial future for some of our income sources. And so we want to respect that and pivot when necessary. Those are my quick 10 steps to think about if you want to grow your savings as quickly as possible. And my biggest bonus tip is to try and do multiple things at the same time. Just my timer. Try to take tips, like come up with your own ideas, talk about it amongst your family, and do more than one thing at the same time. Sometimes doing things linearly, like one at a time, doesn't always produce the intended results. So that is what I have to say on the matter of saving money and knowing when to save it and all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments, did I hit or miss? Did I say something that you think is kind of controversial, non-traditional? Probably. I've never been a traditional girly. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, you know what it is. Peace, love, and budgets.